Canelo Alvarez is more than just a boxing icon. He is a symbol of dominance, controversy, and brilliance wrapped in mystery. The name Canelo invokes passion, praise, and polarizing opinions, loved and criticized in equal measure. His journey from a bullied redhead kid in Guadalajara to a global boxing phenomenon is a story laced with untold truths, unseen struggles, and shocking achievements. This video will peel back the glamorous layers of Canelo's image and dive into the secrets and facts that fans, critics, and even the media rarely talk about. Most know Canelo was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, but what few understand is that his red hair and freckles made him a constant target of bullying. The taunts fueled his anger, his rage. His father saw the fire in his eyes and enrolled him in boxing at just 13. He had 7 brothers, and all of them boxed, but only Saul turned that passion into legend. This adversity planted the seed for a mindset that would one day conquer 4 weight classes. Most boxers get their license at 18. Canelo, he stepped into the ring as a professional at just 15 years old. His opponent, a 35-year-old man. Let that sink in. A teenager, not even old enough to drive, fought and destroyed a fully grown adult. It was not just skill, it was power, mindset, and maturity far beyond his years. Many assume Canelo is just a ring name, but it comes from the Spanish word canela, meaning cinnamon, a playful nod to his red hair. Yet what is unknown is how much he hated that nickname early on. It reminded him of the bullying. Only later did he embrace it, transforming what once hurt him into a brand worth millions. Canelo became a multimillionaire before turning 25, despite barely speaking English. He negotiated contracts, endorsements, and media appearances with translators, and yet his earnings surpassed nearly every boxer of his generation. By the time he started learning English fluently, he had already become one of the top-paid athletes on earth. Most fans only see the boxer, but few realize Canelo owns a sprawling business empire. He owns gas stations across Mexico under the brand Canelo Energy, runs a successful taco restaurant chain, and launched a clothing line. He is not just a fighter, he is a mogul. The 2013 loss to Floyd Mayweather could have shattered Canelo's confidence. Instead, it transformed him. What no one knows is the ritual Canelo developed afterward, watching that fight once a week to dissect every mistake. It became his blueprint for dominance. The 2 fights against Gennady Golovkin remain the most controversial in Canelo's career. While the first was a split draw, many believe Golovkin had clearly won. Canelo's camp, however, insisted on judging irregularities. What fans do not know is the intense drama behind the scenes. There were serious threats of fight cancellations, disputes over gloves, and even locker room altercations before the rematch. Canelo has never smoked or consumed alcohol during training camp. He wakes up at 4 a.m., shadowboxes in silence, and adheres to a strict plant-based diet weeks before a match. Trainers say he trains with more intensity than any fighter they have seen. One shocking fact, he reportedly spars 15 rounds without headgear to simulate real fight conditions. He may flaunt watches and cars, but Canelo quietly donates millions to Mexican hospitals, orphanages, and cancer centers. During COVID-19, he personally paid for the medical treatment of over 150 children. Unlike other celebrities, he rarely publicizes his giving, a side of him few ever see. In 2021, Canelo became the first undisputed super middleweight champion in boxing history. He defeated Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, and Caleb Plant in less than a year, a feat no one has done in modern boxing. What most do not realize is that he fought each fight within 11 months, a brutal schedule no other champion dared to take. Canelo claims championships in 4 weight classes: 154, 160, 168, and 175. But critics argue his light heavyweight win against Sergey Kovalev was strategic, timed when Kovalev was aging and drained. What few know is that Canelo imposed strict rehydration clauses that limited Kovalev's ability to recover after weigh-in. David Benavidez has long been considered Canelo's biggest challenge at 168. For years, fans accused Canelo of avoiding him. The real reason? Insiders claim Benavidez's relentless pressure and size posed serious stylistic problems. Canelo, who carefully crafts his legacy, may have strategically waited. Recently, with fan pressure mounting, that narrative might change. Unlike most international boxers, Canelo refused to relocate his training camp to the United States early in his career. He wanted to stay in Mexico to be close to his roots. What people do not know is that he personally built a training compound in Guadalajara, investing over $1 million into state-of-the-art equipment. Canelo sued his promoter Golden Boy and streaming giant DAZN in 2020 for breach of contract. It was a $280 million dispute that changed boxing. He walked away from Golden Boy and became a free agent, something no fighter at his level had dared to do before. It gave him full control over his career, opponents, and destiny. Canelo is already a Hall of Fame lock, but his ambitions stretch beyond boxing. He wants to promote young Mexican fighters, build a boxing school, and help reform the sport's governance in Mexico. His vision? To become the most influential boxing figure in Latin American history.